Hello, namaste. This is Hariharan Iyer, the entertainer, and I am absolutely delighted to once again welcome you to yet another fabulous book review on my YouTube channel. I'm not trying to praise my book review skills. Basically, I'm saying fabulous because I've got hold of yet another absolutely amazing book, and it's a serendipity sometimes, as they say. I just happen to chance upon this book, and what a book it is. It's called Learning to Learn, Leading in the Age of AI by Srinivasa Addepalli. Learning to Learn, Leading in the Age of AI. And what is fascinating about this book, of course, is it's so timely. We all are looking for answers in terms of how to drive organizations, how to drive the change, how to become more agile, how to stay more relevant in the age of AI. And everybody, and a lot of people are feeling intimidated by it, feeling threatened by it. But this book provides you a super perspective on how you can navigate through these challenges. And what is most delightful for people like me who are in the learning and development fraternity is it provides you answers in terms of how you can guide individuals and organizations to deal with learning and development in the age of AI. Now, a very quick thing about the author, a little introduction about the author. He's the founder of Global Gyan Leadership Academy, and he is a former strategic consultant and business leader. And he works with CEOs and young managers alike, teaching, coaching, and most of all, learning alongside them. And he has served in very senior positions. And I think when somebody of this pedigree writes a book of this nature, it really brings about some real life practical insights and perspectives, and extremely believable perspectives, because you know who is talking about it and who is trying to kind of give you that gyan. So they've called the company also as a Global Gyan Leadership Academy. Now, a few things about this book. What's most fascinating about this book is it teaches us how you can combine learning with technology, and how you can actually leverage AI rather than feel threatened by it. And there are some wonderful steps which are given. There is a wonderful process that is defined through the book. And most importantly, what I love about this book is how it drives home the imperativeness and the importance of learning, developing the learning mindset, having the learning attitude. And I think that's where the core is, because learning is not always directly measurable in terms of, let's say, how you would measure business numbers or targets, but it provides you with that incremental value on a daily basis, which sets you up for achieving big things for yourself and your organization. And there is there any substitute to learning? And especially when in the age of AI, it's become even more imperative that we stay agile learners, because if we are not agile in our learning, then technology is already threatening us. It will just push us back, and we will really find it extremely difficult to cope with the rapid changes that are being brought about by rapidly developing technology. And I think it's a marriage between learning and technology. It's not about just being a learner or just being some kind of a technocrat. It's about how do you manage both, how do you marriage both, how do you leverage each other. So learning actually can become extremely exciting if you are able to blend technology with it. So he talks about, the book talks about, Srinivasa talks about how you can create a blended learning culture, and how you can make something like e-learning very engaging and exciting. And it's a wonderful book if you are a learner, you are a trainer, you are a manager, because he provides you with very significant ideas and processes about how, as a manager, you can develop and hone your leadership skills in the modern contemporary context. Why it is important for managers not just be task oriented, but be very team oriented and be very coaching oriented, and be a learner yourself. If as a manager you are not a good learner, then how are you going to impart that culture and impact people through learning as far as your team members are concerned. And fascinating book, just written from a theoretical perspective. There is a little, there is a character called, I think there's a character called Tara who has been kind of used like an anchor in the book. So she goes through a process of being not a great learner to becoming a better learner, and how she adapts along the way. And it's a reflection of many people in organizations and many managers who go through similar emotional mental transitions in their career or in their business. So it's written in a very engaging manner. It's not a very big book, as you can see, but it's every word is full of richness, fantastic content, and I think it's something you need to preserve. And it's, though it is not written like a typical manual or a guidebook, but you can use it like a manual or a guidebook. You can actually go back to it, you can refer to it, and you can actually form your organizational strategies or your personal learning strategies around this book. So both personal and organizational learning strategies can actually be, some ideas can be taken for that from this book. I mean, it's that powerful, and I really thank the author for kind of giving it all away in one book. And what is really amazing about this book also is that as you flip through the pages and you come towards the end of the book, you will find a couple of assessments that you can take, which will tell you about your learning style and your ability to learn with agility. So there are a couple of wonderful assessments that are given, which are basically on know your learning style and know your learning agility. So how agile are you as a learner? So it also tells you what kind of a learner you are. So you can actually know yourself in a better way. You can build better self-awareness, and you can see how best you can get better in the areas that you need to. Fascinating book, Learning to Learn. And it's so important to learn first. We talk about the importance of learning, but do we know how to become a learner in the first place? And leading in the age of AI, so it actually makes, it's not just a catchy cover or a catchy headline. The content is really very true to the title, to the subject, and it's a beautiful book. I highly recommend this book to all of you to please buy it. It says Global Gyan on Leadership here, and Learning to Learn, Leading in the Age of AI by Srinivasa Addepalli. Comes from a comes from a very competent person, very capable person, very senior person, lot of fantastic pedigree, and I was really fascinated reading this book, and I thought I should share it with all of you. I hope you enjoyed this edition of my book review, and I'll be back very soon with one more such book review. Keep watching my channel. Please do subscribe to it, and do share your comments and your feedback about this book review. And if you have any books that you would want me to try and read and review them, please drop me a message, and I'll see what best I can do. Till we meet again, God bless you, and thank you very much.